All right, we are on 6.3, writing two-step equations. I can write two-step equations. So by the end, we hopefully can write them no matter what kind of situation we have. So a two-step equation is an algebraic equation that takes 2 steps to solve. So far we've only needed 1 step, right? Add or subtract or multiply or divide. But now we are going to have 2 operations. So we're going to have multiply or divide with add or subtract. And just so you know, that means with. Okay, so we're going to have 2 operations in every single one of these. Okay, so we have a 1-year membership to Metro Gym that costs $460. There is a fee of $40 when you join, and the rest is paid monthly. Write an equation to represent what you will pay monthly for the year-long membership. Write an equation that would help members find how much they pay per month. Okay, so we have a 1-year membership that equals $460. We have a fee of $40, and then the rest is paid monthly. Okay, so the monthly cost is our variable. Oh, didn't really need that extra E there, because that's my E, because that's what we don't know. So I'm going to use the letter M. So it stands for monthly, right? Because we want to know how much it pays per month, right? We want to know how much am I going to pay per month. So since for the whole year, the total is $460, we know that when we take the monthly cost and combine it with the one fee, it's going to equal $460. So I pay that $40 up front. It's called a one-time fee or an initial fee, okay? And so that's not going to change over every month. I pay it one time, it's constant, nothing happens. So then we have our monthly cost. Well, we're paying for a year. So how many months in a year? Well, there's 12 months in a year. So we would time our monthly cost per month, 1 month per month, by 12, because that's how long it's going to take to get a year. Okay, now we're not going to solve what it is, but just all we're going to do is write an equation. So there it is. There's my equation to find out how much I would pay per month for a year at Metro Gym. Okay, so why don't you try the next one, push pause, underline the important things, and see if you can write an equation for Billy and his gift card. Okay, so Billy has a gift card with a balance of $150. He buys several video games that cost $35 each. After the purchases, his gift card has balance. So after them, the balance is $45. Write an equation to find out how many video games Billy bought. So this is our total, right? This is now how much he has. So we're going to go 45 because that's the end. That's after we do all of the math. That's after we spend our money. So we start with 150. That's not going to change. That's why it's called our constant. Nothing changes. That's the initial cost or the initial balance, right? So starting point. So we always have our starting point as the constant. Well, since we're spending the money, right, we're buying stuff, we're actually going to subtract $35 for each game. And I put G because they're talking about video games, right? So I put a G. Okay. Now, another way you could write it is you could go $45 equals negative 35G plus 150. So that's actually the exact same equation. I just like the first one because it shows me that I'm subtracting for every game that I buy. Okay, so that's kind of why I like the first one. But either or works. Just make sure your variable is with the $35 because that's what's changing every time. All right, so another one, pause, underline the important things and see if you can write it. So Leon receives a birthday gift card of $50. So he receives $50 from his parents and decides to save it. Each week, he adds $5 to his savings. How many weeks will it take him to save $120? So this is our total because that's what we want to end with, right? Again, ending point. So that's our total. So we start with $50. That's our initial amount, our starting point. And it even says we're going to add $5 each week. And I put W because it's asking about the weeks. Okay. You also could write it as 5W plus 50. Okay, and I just want to clarify, you can use really any variable you want. I just like to use variables that stand for what I'm trying to find. So since I'm trying to find how many weeks, I used W. Okay, so things to remember, it's going to be total equals initial or starting point right, plus or minus your, what we would actually call rate, right? Because it's that per week, per month, per game. Okay, it's our rate. And that's a plus or minus if that helps. Plus or minus. All right. So here's your independent practice. Try it out, see if you can write it, and then fill out your quick form for today. Until next time.